December is coming, and with it comes a moment that feels heavier than any moment before. The days are slower now, the nights are louder, and every time I breathe, your name rises softly inside my heart like a quiet echo. It is strange how a single name, a single memory, a single thread of connection can shape the world around me. I keep thinking about that room, that courtroom where serious voices speak and silence feels thick like fog. I imagine the doors closing, the papers rustling, the air holding its breath, and then, from somewhere in that stillness, your name will be spoken. Clear, soft, real. A sound that lives inside me no matter how much time has passed. I know it is just a name to others, but to me it is a story, a memory, a heartbeat. It is every moment we shared, every word we did not say, every emotion I tried to hide. And when I think of that moment when your name rises again, I feel something deep inside me wake up like a sleeping star. You see, I tried to let go. I tried to move on. I tried to pretend that time would erase you the way it erases old scars on the skin. But the heart is stubborn. It remembers, it keeps pieces of people it never wanted to lose. And every time I thought I was moving forward, your name would appear again, like a sign written quietly in the corner of my day. Maybe this is fate. Maybe it is coincidence. Maybe it is something in between, a soft whisper from life itself telling me that some stories do not end just because people walk in different directions. Some stories pass, wait, rest, and then return when the time is right. December feels like the time. I know this sounds strange. I know it may feel confusing. Why would your name appear in such a serious place? Why would something filled with laws and decisions carry something as delicate as the truth between two hearts? But life is never simple. Love is never simple. Sometimes the universe chooses the quietest roads to bring two souls back in the same moment. Sometimes it uses silence, sometimes it uses distance, and sometimes, like now, it uses something unexpected, something that feels unreal but somehow makes perfect sense to the heart that has been waiting. When I first saw your name written down, my hands shook, not from fear but from recognition, from the shock of seeing a part of my past suddenly become part of my present again. I whispered your name softly, as if speaking it would calm the storm that began to rise inside me. I remembered everything at once, your voice, your laughter, your quiet strength, your gentle eyes that always said more than your words. I remembered the moments when we stood close, but said nothing because the silence between us carried more truth than any sentence could hold. And I remembered the pain, the distance, the nights when I told myself it was better left behind. But love does not listen to the mind's logic, it listens to the heart's memory, and the heart remembers in ways we cannot control. So now, December arrives like a turning page, a moment that feels heavy with meaning. I imagine that day, the quiet tension in the air, the echo before your name is spoken, and my breath pausing mid-air as if time itself has stopped to listen. I imagine you too, wherever you will be, maybe sitting somewhere in confusion, maybe holding a letter or a call that brings your name into this unfolding moment, maybe wondering why destiny would pull you back into my world after all this time. I hope you will not be afraid. I hope you will not think that this is something dark or painful because this moment, this echo of your name, is not about punishment, not about blame, not about something broken. It is about truth, a truth that slept for too long, a truth that followed both of us through quiet nights and busy mornings, a truth that the universe seems unwilling to bury. Maybe we were meant to meet again, not in soft places, but in the places that force us to face what we ran from, maybe the courtroom, with its rigid walls and strict silence, is just a backdrop for a deeper story, the story of two hearts that unofficiate time. When that day comes, when you hear your name spoken aloud, I hope you feel what I feel, that gentle pull, that quiet recognition, that sense that something important is waking between us. Because this is not coincidence, it is not a random, it is not meaningless. It is a reminder, a message, a moment telling us that our story still has breath. I know I made mistakes. I know we both did. I know we let silence grow where honesty should have lived. But even now, after all the distance, I carry you with me. Your name is written not on paper but in the softness, part of my heart. And maybe when December speaks your name, when the air trembles with that sound, you will realize that this moment is not an ending, it is a beginning, a quiet opening for the truth we never dared to speak. So don't look away, don't run, just listen. Because when your name is spoken, you will finally hear everything I never said, everything I always felt, everything that refused to disappear. Your name will rise in that room, but its true echo will rise inside me, And maybe somehow it will rise inside you too.